Welcome to MLFM, and I'd like to welcome you all. And we'll be right back with today's talk right after this.
Nobody, none of that shit. I'm telling you, man, I ain't got time for this shit, little Mike, man. This shit out here, man. This shit out here, man, ain't no fucking game, man. This shit is real fucking life out here, man.
But that's the thing. Look at what they get in our community, right? Look at what they get us used to from kids on up. They start telling you the game this, the game that. So what you learn is to think that life is really the game. Subconsciously, we think that life is a joke. And the thing about it is, just to show us, you realize that life is real, man. It started to get scary. But at the same time, it started to get scary to people after they done got so old to a certain age to the point where it's like hopeless now. It go from looking forward to the good things in life because you think that life is about gain subconsciously. Because you're constantly told, listen at certain words. Look at what we call our homes, right? The crib. You see what I'm saying? Look at what a man calls his girlfriend or after they get a certain age. What he say? My old lady. They always put a woman above them. Even look at the pictures of Jesus, brother. The pictures that they show you of Jesus, most of the time, he on the cross or he's being held by a woman at his most vulnerable state as a young boy child. They never really want you to see, as a man, the strength. They don't want you to see the strength of a man. You get where I'm coming from. They teach us to call. I love brothers. I love my fellow man. I love my fellow woman, right? But I respect them all. I respect both of those in the form that they are. So what I mean by that is, I can look how they teach us, man. It's like if a woman don't make it with a man, right, and she have a kid with that man, it's so easy for that woman to give that child birthright to another man who she deemed that's necessary. But at the same time, that man is not that child's dad. You never take that away from that child, that relationship. Just like you don't do it with a mother. But it's so easy for them to do it to a man these days, brother. It's so easy for even men are brainwashed to the point where before they think about another man and themselves, I'll think about myself first. I'll say, would I like a Mike to call another man his daddy? I don't think I like that, brother. Just like I don't like Dorian calling another man his dad, brother. Out of all things, I don't think certain things are so truthful to the point where you sure enough can't mess with that. But you have people, that's what's going on. It's like once you have no identity as family, the society can't have an identity. You see what I'm saying? The society is dysfunctional because the family life in America today is dysfunctional, dog. Especially, and I put emphasis on inner city communities and communities of color. If you look at it now, we 12% of the population, just like I always say. African Americans or black or whatever you want to call it, your color race or your crayon box color, but blacks or African Americans are only 12% of the population in America as a whole. You see where I'm coming from? So when you look at how everything functions, man, all we gotta do is do right, man. The truth is always the right way to do things, man. The truth. If we let our kids know, hey, respect your dad, they'll know that all dads must be respected. All moms must be respected. No matter what we do, our kids don't choose to be here, man. Ain't none of us choose to be here as kids. We didn't choose who our parents are. You see where I'm coming from? Ain't no way I can disrespect my dad no matter what he did or didn't do. I can only go so far with my dad as far I can't disrespect him on a certain, can't disrespect my mom on a certain level, no matter what she did or what she didn't do. You get what I'm saying? So when you're able to start doing those things, you're able to change your mindset in life itself. Just things, basic things that come along with family that's got to be fixed in a lot of black communities, man. That's what got to be fixed. You got it right now. Women are proud to be single mothers, dude. That's so backwards, man. They proud to raise a child with only one parent in the house. That's not how it's supposed to be. You see where I'm coming from? But at the same time, you can make it.
Yeah,
We can make it better, man. But you see now, people just going around like right now. They don't know the value of a child because you know why? They don't know the value of parenting. So how can you know the value of a child if you don't know the value of parenting? If you got value in parenting, when you have a child, you want to be at a certain financial state where you can take care of that child properly, right? So you can feel like a constructive and a productive parent. But now people think that you just have kids because you want to have one. That's backwards. You see what I'm saying? You can't just have a kid with a woman because she's pretty. Or
you might strike you said that. My wife was just talking about she ain't one of the more children. I'm telling her, babe, I want me one or two more. And goddamn, that make a lot of sense. But I'm willing, when I'm with her, listen, if I'm with my wife or I'm not with my wife, I join this union, guess what? I'm not gonna be one of these niggas quit my job because she got me on child support.
But see that.
I'm not gonna do that because matter of fact, I'm not even gonna get her ready to put me on child support because I'm gonna take care of the child like they're supposed to be taken care of. But
see, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. What I want to get across here is not money that gives value. What people don't understand, got to get back to understanding, is that it's about principles. It's about things of virtue. It's about integrity. It's about being truthful, being trustworthy. You get what I'm saying? When you can be those kind of people, you got all the value. The guy at any job that you get on, the guy at the job that the so-called boss can trust, the guy that the so-called company see that putting in the work and doing what he's supposed to do for the company, that's the guy that gets the promotion. You get where I'm coming from? The same way in life. The people that put the good in life, no matter what other people say, because a lot of time, you think about this, you can have more people to go with somebody who's speaking on something wrong, right? But you'll have, by you being able to have more people to say they agree with that person who's talking about doing something wrong, the people will feel like they can do it. You get where I'm coming from? Even though it's wrong, because there's more people doing it. That's what you call, that's what you call the 99%. You heard about the 99%, to say 99% of people in the world don't have most of the wealth, only 1 or 2%, right? 99 and 98% of the people don't have any, the majority of the wealth in the world. The reason why is because the majority of the people, they would rather, the majority of the people would rather work for somebody else because it's convenient. Most people go to jobs because what do you have to do when you go to a job? You only have to do what? Do whatever training that they told you have to get in. You put on your uniform, you clock in. You go on their facilities, you using their equipment, you're doing the work they want you to do for the hours they want you to do it at the set rate that you agreed to when you fill out the application that you'll do the job for. So that makes you what you are. You live what you are. If you think something is wrong with that, what can you do about that to change it? And no, it's nothing that's right. But this the point. Are you willing to face the consequences of starting your own business? A lot of people don't understand that most business don't make it past the first 2 years. You get what I'm saying? Then they fold. Most of the time. Because people have gotten so comfortable with going to a job to the point where they don't have as much drive as they should have for them own selves as they would for somebody else's job. It's like they'll push harder on somebody else's job and somebody telling them you go get this and you'll move up. If you go get that, you'll move up, and you go get it. You keep go get it. But at the same time, that same drive, they won't go through what they need to go through to make a life change with a goal that they have themselves. You get where I'm coming from? But that's what I'm telling you. The purpose is, the point is if you want to be on a job, it's fine. Go to work. Everybody must work to feed their families. But at the same time, don't get mad at people when you see people become a certain type of wealthy or become rich in some nature of what they have done.
I never have did that type of shit. It ain't in me to do that shit. Like I told you before, cuz anything the next man have or the next woman or whoever, I can get that and way more than the fucking that, cuz.
But see, that's what I'm telling you.
You feel me? I get way more than that. Whatever anybody got, I'm just as capable of doing anything the next man do.
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm not comparing.
But
I'm living for these three in this house. That's all I'm worried about, cuz. I'm not worried about no other shit, cuz. Cause motherfuckers out here, dog. They got there. It's hatred. Ain't no more fucking hatred out here, man. I ain't finna get caught in that bullshit.
But that's how you gotta do. You gotta put yourself in a position where you come out from amongst them, brother. That's the point. And at the same time, that's all it does. It's not meant for your family to be everybody else's family. Your family is your family.
Yeah, no.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So the things that you want to have for your family, you do what you have to do for your family. And that's the way it got to go for each household. Every man who has a household, it must be that way, man. Other than that, you get thrown off by the outside noise. You get what I'm saying? The outside noise is what stops a lot of people from getting where they need to be, man. A lot of people let other people tell them, and just like I say, I don't give people what they call advice. All I do is try to give people an understanding that, man, look, I understand where you're coming from, brother. You see what I'm saying? I understand where you're coming from. And that's just how it's supposed to, because everybody has their own situations, man. Everybody got their own demons that they got to face, dog. And the thing about it is, a lot of time when people say, man, my life been like this, my life been like that, when you look at it for real, I had to do it myself. A lot of things in my life, it was my fault. I had to reevaluate myself, dog. A lot of people, man, out here, they don't self-evaluate themselves. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it becomes like a cancer to themselves in the long run, man. If you're not able, that's right. When you first plant a tree, a seed of a tree, right? That by the time that tree gets 20 years old, right? That tree ain't the same size as it was when it was a seed. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what I mean by that is, the only way you can grow is change. You get where I'm coming from? Exactly. You see how people like to sit there and say, man, I ain't gonna change, man. Dog, if a grown man tell me he ain't changing, dog, I don't want to be around that kind of person, dog, because you're supposed to change. When you changing, that don't mean changing for the worse. That means changing for the better, dog. The things that you did when you 25, you ain't supposed to be doing when you 35, dog. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to be matured to the point where you accept the change in yourself, man. I accept changes that I made with myself, dog. I don't care what other people got to say about that. I don't care, man, you changed. You don't be out no more. Nah, nigga, I don't be out no more. But guess what? My quality of life is way better than it was 10 years ago, dog. Not just things I have, the quality of life. I don't worry about certain things, dog. Like I used to have to worry about certain things that I'm showing, that people seeing that you got. A lot of time, man, a lot of people got all these things, dog. They scuffling behind the scenes with them, dog. So it ain't all roses, dog, a lot of time. And a lot of us, and just the point, most of us have been through that, dog. I done been through that. I don't want to go back through like just balling out, people thinking you straight balling, you scuffling to pay that bill or pay that or pay this, man. It's like it's on a whole nother page, dog. It's on a whole nother page. So what people gotta understand, man, is that that we got
Now, it ain't gonna hurt me to work until I get a business, cause it ain't.
That's what I'm telling you. This is what, Travis,
It ain't gonna hurt me.
this is what I'm telling you. This is why, think about this, what I've been telling you. For 10 years, I've been saying, get you a gig while you're doing that. For 10 years, I've been saying that, though. The reason why, because I'm telling you this. Now, you 10 years behind where you would have been.
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from, cuz?
Yeah.
I wouldn't, like I say, man, I only can tell men that I understand, dog. But what I'm saying at the same time, the decision is always yours. You get what I'm saying? In bad or good, dog, you made the decision. In bad or good, you gotta take that. As a man, we all do. The decision that we make is bad, we gotta chuck it up. The decision that we make is good, oh man, we get to pat ourselves on the back for that, man. But that's just how it goes, dog. But the thing about it is, you don't wallow in mistakes that we make in life. What we do is acknowledge those mistakes, and we change our way of thinking, dog. Oh man, I was thinking outside the box on that one, man. I screwed that one up. I need to think like this on the next go round, get that right. I gotta get that right. That's how I go with our relationships, with our financial standing, with our kids and our raising, all of this stuff, man. And what we don't do a lot as a whole, it acknowledge the things that we have, dog. Right now, people got nice things, man. Y'all got nice things, you and your wife, dog. We all have nice things, dog. But guess what? We worry about things we don't have. Things we don't have. Things that now I'm wondering about in my mind. I wonder what I look like in that Benz. Wonder what I look like in that Jag now, or in that BMW. But what I'm saying, well, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, the things you already have right now, cuz, is worth being appreciated, and it's worth you saying, I'm gonna go to work every day, I'm gonna be the best that I can be every day, and the day after that be a little better. And then in the hard times or things of that nature, I'm still thankful for the things that I have, even during hard times.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying, man? Because there's a lot of people out there, man, that's thankful, that ain't even got what you got. And they thankful for what they got.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, man.
Seeds and shit. Niggas in church know seeds and shit. We have to have decent water to drink.
That's what I'm saying. A flesh and toilet. Think about this, dog.
Shit, they just happy to goddamn be able to just be alive. Just have something like them with a bowl of rice they get here. They happy for that.
But think about this. You can go in right now. A lot of people who have houses, apartments, whatever, they had plumbing problems before, right? Plumbing problems.
Uh-huh.
And you know, in the little time, a day or so, or half a day that your plumbing messed up, how you really understand and realize how important a toilet is, boy. And running water in the house. Just a few hours, your plumbing can be messed up. Well, you can't go in there and take a dump and flush the toilet. You can't pee. You know what I'm saying? The plumbing ain't right.
Yeah.
Think about that, man. And you got people every day overseas, certain places, probably even here in America, dog, that ain't even got running water or a toilet in their house, bruh. And people run around here talking about $100 tennis shoes, $200 shoes, $1,000 phones, man. And you look at a lot of things, man, and I look at a lot of things now in life, I be like, man, little stuff I got, I'm thankful for it, dog. And as long as I can work and maintain what I have, if God want me to have more, the Most High want me to have more, I get a little more, I keep chunking at it. But at the same time, as long as I'm chunking at it, doing the best I can, ain't meaning no ill will to it, nobody, being a good person, dog. Can't nobody tell me that I ain't successful, dog. Successful ain't what I drive or where you stay or what kind of house you live in, what kind of clothes you wear. Come on, dog. It's a lot. Think about this. A lot of people watch that BET special with New Edition, but they ain't get the message, did it? Niggas getting a $16 check. $16 check, brother. They got all the clothes and stuff on there, singing and dancing at all the clubs, singing and dancing at all the, getting awards, homie. New Edition. They getting $16 checks. That's the type of life that a lot of the black community living just like that, dog. They living just like that, dog. Think about what I'm saying, man. They living just like that, dog. New Edition. Everybody thinking they on top of the world. They got videos out there. They at the awards. They getting awards. They having all these big concerts. What that movie showed y'all? Right there on BT. People sat right there and watched it. They got all this stuff for the eyes to see. They getting $16 checks, dog. Think about that. Can't even feed their family, dog. Think about that, dog. That's how a lot of people living in the inner city, man. That's how a lot of people living, dog. A lot of people living like that, dog. I don't want to live like that. That. All right. That's fake gold, dog. You want the real thing, dog, and it's worth every blood, sweat, and tear that you put in. When you go out there, you get it the right way, cuz it's worth every bit of it, dog. It's worth all that hard time. It's worth it, dog. And that's what people must understand. Like, ain't nothing to a baby. You think about it, to a newborn baby, crawling hard to a newborn baby, homeboy. But they overcome it and start crawling, don't it?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Then it be hard to walk, but they overcome it and start walking, don't it? That's how it go. That's how life's supposed to be for all of us. We supposed to be just like that. If it ain't hard, I don't want it. I don't want it. Think about it. When things start to come too easy, think about it. You start making easy money, 9 times out of 10, you're doing something you ain't got no business. And the consequences, are so devastating that a lot of times, a lot of men don't come back from them. That's how I go. But if you just go through that blood, sweat, and tear way, the right way, stay on that road called straight, you always get where you need to be. You probably ain't get there super fast, but you get there and you get where you need to be. That's what people got to understand, man. That's the hardest thing in the world for people to understand, is to understand that if I want something out this world, the more I want, the harder it's going to be. And I'm willing to face whatever I need to face to get there so I can get through it and get to where I need to be. People don't want to do that, bro. They want to cut that corner. And that corner take them back. It don't take them forward. You think it's taking it forward. It make you look like you're going forward. It make you look like you're going forward. But you're going further back. That's the trick of the camera. A lot of folk be going further back, cuz. I ain't lying to you. They be thinking they going forward, bro. They going further back. But on that note, that's how I go.